drawing somebody live and in person make you shake in your boots and forget all of your art training? If this is you, this video is for you. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant, and I'm going to solve this problem for you because many people have it. They can draw, they're good artists, but when it comes to drawing live, when it comes to drawing people at a party or on the street, they get fearful and lose their composure. And there's a reason for this. I guess it's because of how we're raised. We're raised not to look at people, not to stare at people, because when you stare at someone, especially if you're a guy, it means you want to fight, that you're sizing that person up. It also is kind of impolite to stare at strangers. You know, your mom taught you this. Don't stare at strangers. Don't look at strangers, because you're giving them a clue that you want something. The only time that we stare at people is maybe if we have an intimate relationship with them, family member, wife, spouse, girlfriend, lover, okay? Or again, if we want to fight. And the other time just feels uncomfortable. Okay, now here's how you get over that fear. And in demonstrating it or talking about it, I'm going to tell you an interesting story that really happened to me. Okay, I'm at this event. It was actually the Basquiat exhibit that was held, I forget the location. But I was enjoying the exhibit, and I went into one room and they had a gigantic table-long sketchbook where you could sign your autograph, give your opinions on, the exhibit, anything you wanted. And so being an artist and having my trusty Tombow pen, I started drawing caricatures of the different people that was in the place. And there came this one man came there. He was interested in what I was doing. And so I turned to him and started drawing him. And as always, when I draw, I talk a lot to the person drawing. And kind of, if they're open for it, I sort of make fun of them. You know, light fun, not anything that would be insulting or confrontational. Okay, and so I noticed this guy had an interesting kind of goatee. You know, his nose was kind of big, and we started laughing together, and I started drawing him. And he was having a good time. He was having a blast. Okay, and after I finished, you know, he thanked me and went on his way. And then all of a sudden, a minute later, one of the museum patrons came up to me and said, "Did you know who you just drew?" And I said, "Yeah, I drew a guy with a funny goatee." And she said, "You just drew Bruce Springsteen." Bruce Springsteen, you mean the guy who made Born to Run, Born in the USA, that Bruce Springsteen? Yeah, you just drew him. Folks, I didn't even recognize who I was drawing because I was in the zone. Had I taken in his full face and recognized him, I probably would not have drawn him out of nervousness. Okay. What's the point of this story? I was able to not get nervous drawing him because I didn't focus on his full face. I drew him one feature at a time. And that's how you get over your fear of drawing in public. Don't focus on the full face. When you're drawing the eyes, focus on the eyes. Okay, the shape, focus on the color, focus on how much white you see in the eyes, then draw the nose. How big is it? Do the nostrils flare up? Do they flare? Does the nose point down? You ask yourself questions about the feature so you can draw it or caricature it. The lips, do they have full lips? You know, do they, is the bottom lip fuller than the top lip? Do they have thin lips? Their teeth? Every time you focus on a feature and really focus on it, you will forget about the full face. That's one way to get over the fear of drawing in public. And also, like I said in the beginning of my story, you have to talk, ask questions, sing, laugh, talk. Because as long as you're talking, what you're going to do is two things. You're going to relax yourself, and also you're going to relax that person. And once that person is relaxed, responding to you, then you'll be able to see little subtle nuances in their expression and in their face, and you'll draw that. I've always said in past videos, I don't draw the person necessarily, I draw the personality. And one way to draw out the personality is to talk. Now, I'll go into conversations that you can have in a later video, but that's how you get over stage fright of drawing people in public. One last thing that's really important. You're the artist. They're not. You can draw. They can't. And on your worst drawing day as an artist, always remember, on your worst drawing day, you draw better than them on their best drawing day. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. Stay tuned for more great posts like this one.